Okay, so this is recording one of us playing Prison Architect using the methodology of GTD, Getting Things Done by David Allen. We are using his methodology in order to improve playing games, but also as an experimentation for doing it and using getting things done in the real world, in your real life. I think I'll just show the book just to start off. I can always edit it out if I don't want it in. This is, where is it? This is his book, Getting Things Done. The Art of Stress-Free Productivity. It is a true miracle. Something I've been looking for many, many years, something like this. And it is, as I explain it more and more, you'll begin to understand how revolutionary this stuff really is. But what the aim of this is to just practice using the methodology and using it to enhance gameplay and also get experience of using it, so that the transition from using it in the game to real life is very simple, very easy, because a lot of people use it and they don't fully utilize it correctly. So we will be starting off. Right, to start off, we have a binder book, and it's got tabs, different tabs, and they are coloured, but for the purposes of this video I've chosen black and white because you can select your own colours and your own colour scheme for what works for you. So on this first tab I'm going to have the subject title of projects. On the second tab, I'm going to have something called next actions. And on the third tab, weekly review. But in terms of the context of this game, it will be a review of the game after each game. See where we went wrong. Now, I shall briefly explain each of the tabs. So the projects tab, a project is anything that requires more than one step. So as an example, if a project was to cook some chicken, within a project you would have next action. So you would have a next action would be turn on the cooker, prepare the chicken, put the chicken into the oven. Those next actions would be under the project of cook chicken, as an example. This may not make full sense to you at this moment, but it will make sense as we play the game. That's the whole point of this, is to demonstrate getting things done in action in a game context. So, without further ado, let us play. And it will make a lot more sense as we start playing. Play anyway. The amount that getting things done will enhance gameplay is unbelievable. I've played these types of strategy games over the last 20 years of my life on and off, and I've always played them to a basic degree, a basic level, and I'm realising now that with getting things done, with how much it's advancing my actual life, in terms of organisation and remembering things and not having to do everything from memory, that it will actually advance the gameplay, and I'll be able to play games at a higher level than I've ever been able to play before as well. So it's a real miracle. Small, 30 grand, default. here in the left, this, obviously I've explained this already, this is where I will be writing all of the specifics of playing the game. So instead of playing the game from memory and doing it all out of your head and reacting, we will try to create a more structured version of the game to enable the gameplay to operate at a higher level. So without further ado, let's try it out. Okay, so the game started. The first thing I need to... Okay, I'll move that slightly up so it's not blocking these things. Slightly down. Okay, the first thing I need to do is create some projects. What do I actually need? There is a quick build section which helps. It's 24 hours before prisoners come. I need a few things. So project, build, holding cell. Let's start with that. Technically, the next action would be to, quick build, holding cell. So on this, because there's a quick build option, it's much easier, whereas normally, before building a holding cell, the next actions would be build the foundations, build the walls, place the beds, place the toilet, and those would be all of the specific next actions. Whereas in this scenario, we're actually slightly more advantaged because we can just click a pre-made holding cell, rotate it, and we can place it ready for people to go in. Let's do it here. Okay. What else am I going to need? I'm going to need offices, canteens, kitchens, so build canteen, build kitchen, build office, hire, for one. So, as I said, for each of these, like for canteen, under next actions you would hire, you would write, build the foundations, build the walls, and then you add the cooker, the fridge. Those would be the specifics. But because we can quick build everything, it is much simpler. So I'm going to put QB, quick build, canteen, kitchen, there's a different one. Office ×2. Yeah, we'll start with just that. Kitchen. canteen and 2 offices. And now, also, what I'm going to set as a project is to secure compound. So, because I don't want prisoners escaping, to build, the next action, build fence around area. Okay. Fence. Zoom out, see how big it is. Okay. Actually in the way at the moment, which is slightly. Okay, I'll build it all the way across. And we'll build a level here. That's nasty. We'll continue it anyway. Cancel it. We'll build it from here. Okay. And then from this point, we also want to have a door. So it's interesting that this thing now is blocking my actual view, so I'm trying to solve exactly where the best place for this is. Maybe here, in between the money and the pause button, up there, perhaps, or down here, perhaps, maybe down there, would be best. This is all experimentation at this point, we still don't know. Right, so even though I have set the fence, it is not built, so I'm not going to classify it as complete just yet until it's built, and I don't know why this isn't built. Oh yeah, I also need a project. Build, power, build, water. So, next actions, build, power, build. Now I apologise if this is not fully clear. Perhaps the project, instead of it being 2, could have been build utilities. And then under the build the utilities, you have specifically build the power, build the water. You need quick build, so it's quick building. Because normally, like I say, you have to build foundations, build the walls, do the architecture, even plan. So, can I do that? Quick build, Is there utility somewhere? Maybe. Can't see it. We shall just build it. Okay. Power with a single capacitor. Well, I don't know why. Maybe because the walls there. Utilities. Power. One capacitor. Why is it not allowing me to build? Oh yeah, because it's not built yet. Water. Put you a couple away. Okay. So they are being ready to be built. So, also within next actions, you could also have connect, water, connect, power. So, connect there. And when I say connect power, I mean connect everything I've built so far to the power source. And connect water, maybe directly into the big pipe and some small pipes. Connect. This also is up a little bit. Connecting to the sink. And I think also these may need it too. Oh yeah, we need a staff room. Build. So, quick build. Now all of these things are taking time because we've only got so many workmen. I should have built the staff room earlier really, because that would have helped. It could just be anyway. It doesn't have to be too organised at this point. And I do have another means of using this game, using the financial. I have like a spreadsheet for tracking finances and things. Yet at this moment, I think it's best just to keep it simpler and just focus on the getting things done, GTD methodology. Instead of overcomplicating everything at this stage, just keep everything simple. Now, I may hire some more workmen just to speed all of this up. I'll hire 2 more, maybe put the game on fast. Because we only have so much cash flow. I could even pause the intake from coming in for the moment. I might just do that until this is more built up. Because I've had it come before where the intake came and the place wasn't ready and it's just a disaster. Foresight and planning. So the power has come on, hence it's lit up there. It's not lit up everywhere. Yeah, I don't feel comfortable having the prisoners come just yet. We'll give it another day of building. This is foresight. Build a door, a large jail door that can be here. Let them build all their utilities. Building the pipes. What else do we're going to hire the warden. Now he's hired. Okay. We want to access grants more. We'll hire so we've done the holding cell, we can cross that out, that's what we built. We want the basic 4: finance, security, health and maintenance. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 offices are required. That's 4 more. So we need 5 offices in total. So we need to build another 3 offices. So 5 offices and hire the executives to run each of the sections, to build, quick 3 offices, and hire accountant, security, chief, who else? Foreman. Yeah. And I don't believe there is one for doctors, unless it's psychologist or psychiatrist, potentially. We'll have to see. Okay, so that power's gone out. Capacitor. We've got 1 free capacitor. Switch on. Okay, so it's still very high. Utilities, they need to be plugged in. Right, so if we go on utility screen, we can see that all of these places have been properly plumbed in, apart from this one, which is going to come in a moment. So we can say that connecting the power is done. Ticked off. Is the water connected? Yes, the water signs are no longer there. Water, yeah, all connected. Cross it out. So we build the water, we quick build the water, and we quick build the power. We've built the fence around the areas, that's done. We've built 2 offices in the beginning, we've built the kitchen, we've built the canteen, they're all crossed off. The staff room is also built. Yes, the staff room is built. We just need to build. See, now it's easy to forget during the game. Oh, what have I got to do now? Whereas this is very simply laid out. Oh yeah, I need to build 3 more offices. And then hire the accountant, the security and foreman. So under projects, which projects will be already completed? We built the holding cells, that's completed. Built the kitchen, we built the canteen. We built the office for Warden. Yep, he's got his office. We built the staff room. Now we're up to this next project. Build 5 offices in total and hire the execs. So we already got 2 offices here. We need to build another 3 if we can afford it. Maybe going to grants. Yeah. So maybe that can be a project. So we're going to look at grants now to get some more income. Basic detention centre. Let's do it. 20 grand advance. So the project is grant completion of basic detention centre. And what's another one? Administrative centre. We'll do that one too. Grant completion. So this is the project. Of admin. So for the grant completion of basic detention centre, what next actions do I specifically need? It actually says up here, which is really cool. That fits in. I need to hire 2 guards and hire 2 cooks. So hire 2 guards, hire 2 cooks. And then for the admin, I need to hire an accountant, which is already there. Hire accountant. Okay. Right. And we're going to build the 3 offices. Where are the offices gone? There. 1, 2, 3. 3 more offices built. Staff, we can hire an accountant. So we hire the accountant, so that can cross off. Hire the security chief. Hire the security chief. We need to hire the foreman. 1 foreman hired. Done. We need to hire 2 guards and 2 cooks. Okay. Almost can't afford it. Guard. Cook. Right. Oh yes. For the basic detention centre, we also need to build a shower and build a yard. So 2 guards are done. Build. Shower. Quick build. And quick build yard. Okay. Now you may think, why are we using GTD when it already comes up with the task list here on the top left? It's because we're trying to build the practice of using GTD in our lives whilst through a gaming environment, so that when we transition to using this in our real lives, it's very simple, very easy, and our brain associates it that it genuinely makes things easier. And also it will make the game, make me be able to play the game at a higher level, make us be able to play it at a much more advanced level than we would normally be able to, whilst relying on our working memory. Plug that in. So I need to build a shower. See, I forgot what I was supposed to be doing. It's now just remembered. I looked at the next actions. Oh yeah, build shower. Where's shower at? Shower. We want it to be near the detention centre, somewhere close by, even inside of it, perhaps. Connected. Yeah. Shower. Okay. Build a yard. Where's yard? So quick build a yard. Somewhere. Put a yard up here. Perhaps. power station seriously overloaded. We don't want it to blow up by some capacitors. Now we've just quick built. It's not completed yet. I'm going to classify it as done once it's actually done. I think on the next day we will be ready for some features to come. I'm going to build a second project. Double secure. It's still under the secure compound. I'm going to class securing the compound as having a second fence. Build second fence. Build a second fence perimeter because I do not want any of these convicts thinking they can escape. 1, 2, 4. I'm going to leave a gap of 2. All the way to there, and a gap of 1, gap of 2. All the way down. Gap of 1, gap of 2. So we're just waiting for that to load up. The shower is now built. It wants electricity. We can just plug in some electrics. This will also want electricity, plumbing electrics into the yard. Okay. What else could we build? So we built the shower, now that's done. Cross it out. The yard is being built, so it's in the process. Build a second perimeter fence, we've done that. That's good, so that can also be crossed out. And I would say that so I would say the project of secure compound is done. So you can take, or you can cross out, prefer to cross out. Build utilities was done. Build 5 office and highly exact, we've done that. Current completion of the basic detention centre, yes, we've completed that, is done. And we've completed the basic admin. So, everything is done, it will be added to 3 offices, so the only thing we're up to is the yard, which is being done. It's in the process of being done. Now, for the next day, I'll actually add for the intake to arrive. Oh, all available. How many is going to come? 67. I don't want that. Fill capacity. No. Number. I'll add 8. How many beds have we got? 8. Yeah, I'll just add 8 for the moment. 8 prisoners. Okay. Yeah, that's okay. So we're on a minus 200 at the minute. So what else are we going to need? staff room we've got? Oh yeah, we want medical. Infirmary and the medical. We don't want people dying on us. Medical and infirmary. Done. So we already hired two. I don't know if we hired, so complete. I suppose the project, we could have the project as a grant. Inmate health and well-being, we'll do this. So the project can be complete the grant, so complete grant requirements for the inmate health and well-being, of which the specific next actions are build a medical, which we've done, so quick build medical, hire 2 docs, hire psychologists, of which we need to, I can't remember if it's a psychologist or a psychiatrist that has their own specific office. We need to build an office for the above, for the psychologist. See, so we've many moving parts. Right. The prisoners are going to be coming soon. Okay, the utilities. We need to plug in the shower. Whoa, 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 what's going on? Uh-oh. Oh no, the water pump's gone. Because I built the building in the way. Right. Rebuild the water pump here. Right. Now I need to re-plug the water. Yep, that's fine. Small glitch, small error, cause disastrous consequences. Okay. Now I'm going to build another fence just around this part. Just so there's one walkway in between. So there's at least a minor prevention. Open another second yellow door just in front of that one. Okay. So, hire 2 doctors. 1, 2. That's done. We've quick built the medical, but it's not built yet. Hire a psychologist. Oh, not a psychiatrist. Interesting. Ah, we need to buy psychology. We'll also buy an extra grant and the bank loan. And we shall get cleaning so we can get the laundry up and running, and education. These big expenses. We're in a loss of 400 a day, so we need some inmates now. I may buy some more beds to rise the capacity. We have too many prisoners in our holding cells, says the chief. So, it's just the way it's got to be at the moment. A bunk bed allows for 2 people to sleep, so I may actually build another. It would increase capacity to 2, 4, 6, 8, 16. So we're on 8 already, so it turns to 24. So as an example, if had a project of increase non-official capacity to 24, of which the next action would be build 8 double bunk beds. Now, as long as there is a bed, that is classed as part of the capacity. But what they count as the official capacity is when a prisoner has their own specific cell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. That's done. Build the 8 bunk beds. They will get built soon. So I'll leave the intake as 8 per day for the minute, so we don't get overwhelmed completely. Yep. The problem that happens with this game, I've found, is that when things are being built, the workman can get stuck trying to build one project, and then you're trying to build some other project or thing later, and then they're trying to also run the prison and all the things in it, and it's too much for them, and they need more staff, or they just glitch out and they get stuck. Like how this bricks here, this is foundations for something, but I don't know what. And how they're so the project I've currently got going on is they're building the fence, they're placing the bunk beds, and they're also building the infirmary and they're building the medical. So there's 4 projects that are ongoing for them. So it's very easy to rack up a lot of projects that then glitch out or confuse them. And it's also easy because you're trying to, if you don't have GTD or anything to write this all down, it's easy to forget everything and to just get confused. Oh yeah, I need to build an office. I need to build an office for the psychologist. Quick build. Another office. Where do we have an office already? Is that an office for the psychologist? Oh yeah, we might actually have it already. So we're just waiting to unlock the psychologist. Yes, which is just part of that. Yeah, just takes a bit of time. So we've got 1 grant, prison maintenance. Yeah, we'll do prison maintenance as the next grant. So the grant project is secure grant, prison maintenance. And the specific next actions for that we need: unlock groundskeeping through bureaucracy, which actually, yeah, so we'd say unlock groundskeeping in bureaucracy. It's a terrible way of spelling it. So unlocked, it's done. It might seem a bit immature to write it down to then immediately cross it out, but it can help with the tracking, and it also feels good to do that. Unlock cleaning through bureaucracy. Right, so that's already being done. And that means there's hire 2 janitors and hire a gardener. So hire 2 janitor, hire 1 gardener. And then that's that one done. So that's good. Can I do a 3rd grant yet? No, not yet. I'm free. Okay, let's just speed things up slightly. I might hire another guard. I'll hire 2 more guards. Alright, so we'll hire, how many janitors did he want? 2 janitors. 1, 2. That's the 2 janitors done. This might be an empty office ready for the psychologist when we can hire them. Oh, we've got it. Psychologist. Hired psychologist. Hired. Done. I think we already had that built, so we didn't actually need to build an office for the psychologist. The 8 bunk beds have been built. That's good. So that means our project increase the unofficial capacity to 24. We've just done that. Right. Inmate health and well-being. Have we already done? Has that been? Oh no, we're still waiting. 8 prisoners are currently held without their own cell. Doesn't like it. They do not like it. They want to have their own specific cells. So maybe project can be what would it be called? Raise capacity, raise official capacity to 8. To 8. Of which the next action would be build 8 cells. So, basic cell. Okay. Gap, gap, gap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 cells done. So that's another project. Can you see how it's all lagging now? As in, this still hasn't been built, this still hasn't been built, and now I've just added another big project for the workmen to work on. And they've also got to do logistics of bringing in lights and bringing in food off the trucks, and there's a lot. So even though I've pressed build the 8 cells, I'm not going to cross it off because I could easily forget about it and think it's done. Say that when I have a massive prison, it's easy to lose track of things. So you only really want to cross it off when it's done, because they haven't been built yet. They've only been told to be built. Hire a gardener is another one. Can I do that yet? Not just yet. Yep, things are loading. What's over here? Anything? Armory? I'll do the armory. Put that back there for the minute. Okay. We're waiting for the groundskeeping to be done. And then we can hire a gardener. So all of this is just a big waiting game. Utilities. Wiring. Want to wire up all 8 cells. Wire up the water for the cells. So I might put that a bit further out. And then use a small pipe on all the toilets. So that's another big task, is the utilities. So these workmen get worked really hard. It's when the workmen get overloaded like this and backlogged that you can run into issues in the game very, very quickly. It compounds against itself very, very quickly. And then you, especially if you're leaving intake open, and then more prisoners come, and then more prisoners come, and more prisoners come, and before you know it, things aren't being built that you need, like the medical. Because as an example, let's say that now some of these workmen, they're going up here to build the cells. But what happens if there was a fight and a prisoner's injured and on the brink of death? And I've been waiting for this medical ward to be built for ages, but for some reason they've prioritised building the cells over building the medical ward. So the doctors can't heal the injured prisoners, so then if another fight broke out afterwards, a prisoner could die. And that's a bigger problem, just because they prioritise the wrong thing, or there's too much in the queue. And then a riot could start, and then they could break out and escape, and then you could be fined and you could lose the game. Okay, I can now select a third grant. I'm going to go for the short-term investment, so this doesn't require anything. It's just a period of time before it pays itself out. Okay, grant completion. Which one completed? Prison maintenance, the grant of inmate health and well-being. Done. Passed out. Good job. I also need to hire a gardener. Can I do that? Yes, I can hire one gardener. Another grant completed. Yeah. Which was prison maintenance. Done. And the next action of hire one gardener is done. This is fantastic. I'm leaving the intake only at 8, which has arrived, so we actually have 16 people in here now. That's good. It's not too many, not too little. I might hire another guard at the moment. Quick build, an armory. Yeah, I'll build the armory. Might have to take this to the outside wall because I don't really want to access in it. Armories are built. These sides getting built. All the plumbing's already done, the electrics. Right. And the water's been built. So all 8 cells look like they are built. Yep, they're built. So build 8 cells is done. And our capacity, yep, our capacity up here is at 8. So 16 prisoners, of which 8 can be housed effectively. So now we've completed all the projects and we've completed all of our next actions, which is fantastic. So the next project I'm going to say is raise capacity to 16. And this page is done, so I flip to the next page. That's a big mess, so we're not going to write on that. Next actions is build 8 more cells. Quick build, 8 cells more. Very simple. It's quite simple, isn't it? It's all very simple. So, okay, so even the chief is saying we must reduce the number of cells. Put it on slow. Oh, our prisoners have gone up again to 22. We've just taken another intake. I'm going to turn intake off right now. I don't want to. I'm just getting overloaded completely. Quick build, cell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it'll take us up to 16 when it's done. Okay, grants. I'm going to click on the short-term, long-term investment as well. Pay 5 grand, and then you get 11 back in the future in another 170 hours. Okay, what's another grant I can do? Raise prisoner capacity to 16 cell block A. Let's do that. So we're already doing that. Because once that 8 is built, it will have raised to 16, which is above the 15, so that grant will be done. So I could have wrote inside of projects, raised capacity to 15 for this grant, but I've already created my own project where I was going to raise it to 16, so I don't need to add another for the grant because the fulfillment of this grant is already in the project I've already created, so it's unnecessary. Now, because I have 22 prisoners and I'm going to be at 16, I might raise my prisoner intake, my cells to actually 22, and build 22 instead. I think that might be the wiser move, really. Look, see how they get stuck? They have to go all the way around to build this. It's not all the way around, it's just a process. But one little project can delay a lot of things. Yeah. So I'm going to raise, because we have 22 prisoners, I'm going to raise the cells. We have 16, we've got 16 normal cells. Yeah. Raise capacity to 22 to incorporate all the people we've got. So now I'm going to quick build another, because if we're at 16 we would need another 6 to get to 22. 6 more cells. Quick build 6 cells. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that should be plenty for the moment. That's more than enough, that covers all of our people. I'm going to go on to all of the time they're in lockup. I'm going to put it as free time for them, so they have more time. More cancel out. So if they want to shower more, they can go shower. If they missed the shower, if they want to go into the yard, to go on the phone, to speak to their family. Okay, the game is going quite alright right now. Now I could set intake back to being on. I'm going to do deployment. What's over here? Tasers. Yep. And body armor. Yep. I want that. Okay. So, big weight. Big weight, considering still building this armory all the way down here. Just takes time. Yeah, I was right that was the office for the psychologist. So I didn't have to buy another office, build and spend money on another. This is great.
I can't see them.
So it's just a waiting game. I'm just fast forward the game. So even the chief is saying we must reduce the number of prisoners in our holding cells. We're working on it. That's alright. That's what I want it to be. So as these cells get built, the game automatically buys toilets and beds and jail doors and things, which cost. So I need to have a certain level of buffer of cash so that I'm able to buy these things as they build, because that's also something that holds up the big queue for the entire game. Is I could have this whole section ready, being built, and the workmen are held up because they don't have the funds to be able to buy the tools, be able to buy the toilets and the items in order to complete this queue. So then queues get backed up because of finance as well. Let's do a shape now. Oh no. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Pause the game. Prisoners are escaping. That is not good. How do I go into lockdown? Oh wait, what's this? Let's move the whole thing. Deaths today too. Oh, it's gone horribly wrong. Lockdown. Okay, wait. That's why it's not showing up. Lockdown all sectors. This is not good. Slow it down. Prisoners are escaping. Oh, that's why they're escaping, because they're broken. Oh my goodness, this is gone horribly wrong. Oh dear. 8 escapes and 4 deaths. This is compounded out of nowhere very, very quickly and gone wrong. This is not good. This is a disaster. This is a complete disaster. Utilities. I also need to advance these for each of the cells. Hopefully I don't lose the game for this. 9 escapes, man. Right, let's just... Okay. This is the problem, how we have two broken doors, yet the labourers, the workmen, are prioritising the building of that. So I might hire another 5 workmen just to speed things up. So this chief is unconscious. Where is the doctors? Doctor. Goes in here. See, now because I hired more workmen, we're able to advance through the queue and get these things fixed. Is he trying to escape? I think he's trying to escape. Yep. Look at the guide there. Yeah. 10 escapes today. This is a disaster. And deaths. This has not gone well at all. This is what happens. All of the workmen were busy building this armory down here, they had to go outside the map, they had to go out of the map and down here, and then through that gate in order to build it. Killed the workmen. Like they were sabotaging the workflow. All they're doing is holding up their own prison, their own cells being built. I'm going to open the gate now. Okay. They've even smashed up all the campaign, the deployment, signing cards there, and signing cards there. And I'm going to hire a few more guards. Okay, we've run out of money. We do have a bank loan if we want it. I don't want to use it right now. 11. Yep, we are just in the process of waiting. Yep, they're even still building the electrics for this. We are severely backlogged. Oh, it's still a person who is people. What's he doing? Is he trying to escape? Lockdown, no, it's got out. He's escaped as well. This has been a disastrous day. Truly disastrous. This is the problem with having too many prisoners come before you're actually able to handle them and have the capacity. Things are still being built. But you need the prisoners in order to generate the income that supports everything else. So you see how we have no cash right now. It's expensive for them to build things. They can't even they can't even buy the toilets or anything. Might just get the bank loan. 2.5 pounds. So they can buy toilets and repairs for things. Because that's also how you get stuck as well, because they need to repair things like doors. But then they don't even have the money to repair it because your cash has run out, so you're just goosed. You know, wow. Yeah. That was a real mess. A real mess. Has a grant been completed? Not yet. So our capacity is almost at 15, we're just building these still slowly. How many staff have we got? 12 workmen, 6 guards. I might actually set intake to be increased. Just going to move this out of the way for the minute. I want intake to be filled capacity. Next intake will be free, because our official capacity, it fills official capacity, not unofficial capacity. Yeah, I'm okay with that. And then as soon as it increases, the next day they'll increase more. It can be like that. I don't mind that. Right, next actions. Well, we're still waiting on the cells. Well, that day has been an absolute disaster. I'm going to pause the game right here. I shall start it up again at another point.